an important part of the Ramesseum temple in the west bank of Luxor. These are the storerooms of the temple. We can hardly find buildings built of mud brick surviving in such an excellent condition for more than 3,000 years. The wine of the temple was stored here. We even found the lids of the jars of the wine with the name of King Ramses II written on each single lid. During the era of the New Kingdom, the temple's properties became quite enormous that they required a far more complicated machinery for the administration than had been necessary for the modest possessions of the old sanctuaries. The division of the administration's offices was as follows. There was a central bureau for the administration of the temple property and also special departments for the treasury, for agriculture, for the barns, for the cattle, and for the peasants. Each of these departments had its superintendent, who was of princely rank, as well as scribes. In large temples, new small temples and restorations were always going on, and the needful number of artisans and artists of all kinds had to be forthcoming, from the painter to the stonemason. In order to maintain order in the temple and on the property, the god possessed his own militia, with chief and subordinate officers. We have many monuments of people like the superintendents of the sacrificial storehouse and doorkeepers and barbers, all of whom must to a certain extent have lived in easy circumstances. A connection existed between these various offices, and the high priest himself held one or more important office in addition to priesthood. It's a characteristic fact that these high temple officials were also frequently officials of the state as well, and the power of the high priests was foreshadowed in this plurality of appointments. But the pharaohs always stemmed the rising power of the priesthood and their administrations.